Joining us this morning, David Beckham. Good to have you in, man. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. Good morning.
After a busy night last night, he was at the Laker game, he was just telling us, and they barely had the win, huh?
Yeah, but, it was a great start to the start of the season, obviously. It's the first game. It was really intense. So it was the ring ceremony. It was a nice night.
Isn't it nice to be an athlete but be at somebody else's game, just be able to chill and have your candy apple?
Yeah. I didn't have one last night.
I don't think he eats candy apples.
He does eat candy apples.
I really do.
You do?
Yeah.
We are, come on.
Ryan, I didn't know you're so in the know about the diet.
I know his favorite snack only because I saw him. I was thinking when he was having one at the Laker game when I was there one time, like, how can you eat that well? It's hard to eat because the camera gets in your teeth. Do you take the kids?
No, school night. So unfortunately, they was upset that they weren't going, but
I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's school night.
Now, you did take him to Ellen yesterday, our good friend Ellen DeGeneres. And was Michelle Obama there too?
Yeah, I was. We was just arriving. She was just leaving, and I was able to meet her, and because it's such an honor to meet someone like that, and she's got a real aura about her. You know, the kids met her. The kids were excited to meet her, and Victoria was there, so we all met and we all had a family picture. And like I said, she's got such a great aura about her, and when I met her, I didn't know whether to shake her hand or
right.
She kind we kind of embraced, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna either get jumped on by special services or and it's obviously like meeting the Queen for me.
Yeah,
so it was a big thing.
What was the verbal exchange? What'd she say to you?
She was just saying, she was speaking to the kids more than anything, saying how's the school and stuff like that. So she's a real amazing woman. You get that feeling straight away.
Dad, we want one of those cars with the big thick doors and all those people around us. That looks fun. So David Beckham is with us. LA Galaxy versus Seattle Sounders on Sunday, 5 o'clock on ESPN2. So that's coming up on Sunday. How are you feeling? You're recovered, aren't you?
I'm feeling great. Yeah, I've been playing for about over a month now, and it was tough at the start because coming back after a 6-month layoff. But no, I'm feeling great. Happy to be in the playoffs, and we finished it off well on Sunday at the Home
that's
Depot.
right.
So it's a big game on Sunday as well in Seattle.
Speaking of last Sunday, there's a visual aid to your right. There's a photograph of you changing your pants, and you're in your underwear there in that photograph. And I understand that you're mid-game. The question is, why do you guys change on the sidelines?
Well, we're not meant to, but I cut my finger at the start of the game, and I kept on wiping it on my shorts. And the rules are, if you've got any kind of obviously blood on your shirt or your shorts, you have to change it. And I had it all over my shorts, and I couldn't run off and go into the locker room because I didn't have time.
Isn't there a towel guy or somebody that can hold a towel around you?
Well, there was, but to be honest, the crowd were pretty quiet, and I thought, why not? Excite them a little bit.
I appreciate your honesty. Well, Alan's been very excited about that photograph all day long. Apparently, it's appeared in a couple of magazines. But we now know you wear tighty-whitey briefs.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
As one of the staff members said, my grandfather wears those.
They're comfortable. They're really comfortable.
It's 7:25. We'll come back live here with David Beckham. 800-520-1027 into the studio. Hang on. Next home game for the Galaxy will be November 7th, Home Depot Center. Tickets are on sale. I've got information up at ryanseacrest.com or kissfm.com. How have you felt about the progression of soccer here in America, David?
I think it's been good. Every time I've been asked about it, I think, I've always said, there's more franchises coming into the league. New players like Thierry Henry and Rafa Marquez going to New York. So there's a definite progression. I always said that it would take 5, 10, 15 years to grow the league and to grow it to a point where it competes with, the European leagues. But,
right.
No, I'm happy with it so far, and I think everyone else is.
How many years have you been here playing?
4 years.
So 4 years on a 5-year deal,
years.
right?
Yeah, 5-year deal.
Well, have you thought about what you'll do in the next phase of your life?
I don't know. Spend time with the boys. The boys are probably sat eating breakfast now. So morning, boys. Have a great day at school. I'll be there to pick you up. I love you. And, spend time with the boys. But, one thing I'm passionate about is the charity stuff. I'm ambassador of UNICEF and doing other stuff. So, I want to do a lot more of that. And it gives me the time to be able to do that once I finish playing.
Is the schedule difficult when you're trying to raise all the kids and you've got a family?
Yeah, it's really difficult because you want to go out into the field and you want to do certain things and you want to fly to different places to visit kids and stuff like that. But it's obviously virtually impossible to do that, right? Because I work every day and I play every weekend, so it kind of it's difficult to fit it in. But when I can, obviously I do.
How you doing with the boys as they get older?
They're growing older pretty quickly, especially Brooklyn. Brooklyn's at a new school, and he's loving it. He's kind of noticing certain attention from certain people. And,
Brooklyn listening right now. That's a good sign, right?
Oh, it's great.
Getting the wink from the girls, you mean?
Of course.
Has he got any digits? When can he start to date? What are the rules?
He's only 10 or 11?
He's only 11.
Okay, but wait a minute. I would imagine your rules and Victoria's rules are different.
That's a question for Victoria. Yeah, I was just going to say that. Victoria will answer that a little bit different from me.
Well, because as a dude, you're proud. Like as a guy, you're psyched that your son is getting some vibe.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
But when you're mom, you're overprotective on it.
Yeah, when you're mom, you're like, you stay at home.
Have you talked about, just in general, what the dating age is?
Not the dating age, but we've talked about other things that boys obviously need to know of that age.
Well, like what? Maybe I need to know now.
Just, the talk.
Oh, yeah. Did you have the talk yet, or you rehearsed the talk?
No, we've had it with Brooklyn.
Oh, my God, I would pay.
Was he embarrassed?
It was more Victoria than me.
Yeah. I think it is a mom's job, kind of, even though the dad knows obviously more what's happening. I think that when a mother talks to her boy about that stuff, it's not quite as... I don't know. It's a little softer, maybe.
A little bit, yeah, because I had to walk out the room because Brooklyn's looking at me out the corner of his eye, kind of laughing, and I'm kind of thinking, I need to get out of here because it's a serious talk. So I kind of had to get out.
It's embarrassing a little bit. Even when you're a parent and you're supposed to be the adult, it's still kind of uncomfortable, isn't it?
Yeah, very uncomfortable.
And where do you learn how to do this stuff? You're just all of a sudden thrown into it.
I think it's just something that just hits you at some point when you've got children, that you have to have that talk.
Well, you have to go through that talk many, many times.
Yep. Well, 3 boys instead of 3 girls, so it's kind of, that's a good thing, I think.
Victoria has her work cut out for her. We're going to come back with David Beckham here, 102.7 KISS FM. Katy Perry now. So how's this season going to end up, you think, for the Galaxy?
Hopefully winning the championship.
It should happen. It's time.
It's the goal.
You're due.
Yeah, we are due it.
And how's the team feeling? Is everybody healthy?
Yeah, everyone's healthy. Everyone's playing. Everyone's training every day. So it's we're in a good place at the moment, but we've still got a couple of tough games.
Do teams have chemistry?
Yeah, you have to. All the teams that are successful, have that. I've had that over the years with Manchester United or Real Madrid or even with Milan in the 6 months that I was there. You have to have that to be successful.
And because of your profile, I would imagine you get teased a little bit as well. That's what dudes do, right?
Of course.
And so what do they do to wind you up?
What do they do to wind me up?
We used to rat tail guys in the locker room.
What's that?
You know what rat tail is?
No.
Yeah, flip the towel.
Yeah, flip the towel.
Okay.
Wet corner. Ellen, come to the locker
sorry,
room.
I'm not a dude and I've been in a locker room.
Wet corner of the towel. Right on your back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, I've not had that done by any of the guys yet, but maybe today it will happen.
I would not be doing my job if I didn't comment on your style, and I mean this as a friend. It's great, and it is
all
good.
Down to the wife.
And so, is it something that you actually put together yourself, or can I safely say your wife has a hand in? Because you always look like you're styled.
I kind of put it together myself.
It's frustrating.
I just stick it on in the morning. It's not something I plan.
David, don't say that. It's very frustrating.
I do. No,
he looks like he's been in a salon. Look at his hair.
I know. Well, you guys have the same color hair and the same, stubble.
So many similarities between the two of us. Very athletic. What are the boys going to be for Halloween?
Romeo is going to be either Justin Bieber or a break dancer.
Okay.
Cruz is going to be Elvis. And Brooklyn's going to be me.
No.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny.
And how do you dress if you're going to be David Beckham? Back to the style.
He's literally going to wear a Galaxy shirt and shorts. Yeah, it's perfect because he's he's ready for that now. I think he's quite comfortable in a soccer kit.
Do you take them door to door?
Of course.
Yeah,
we take him trick or treat.
I can only imagine the reaction from the neighbors. I remember when my mom passed him at Soho Club.
Oh, right,
It was I could barely get her out of there. You were very sweet to my mother. Thank you for that.
Pleasure.
It's 7:41 in the morning. It's 800-520-1027 into our studio. We will come back with David Beckham. The kids should be carpooling soon, I think, David.
Yes.
Hey, later today on NBC4, my friend Ellen DeGeneres is talking with David Beckham. They taped that yesterday, and I understand that you guys did a little skit.
Yeah, we did. She put it to me and she said, would you like to do something like this? And I was like, okay, I might not be very good, but I'll do it.
Do you talk about how soft your skin is?
Apparently so.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure we.
How do you know that?
Well, word gets around over the hill. I heard that you wanted something done with index fingers as well. Is that
Yes.
true? Okay, so you have to watch NBC4 today with Ellen. You must have been talking to Dennis during the break because he said, ask about Cruz calling you American?
Yes.
Or tell me about Cruz calling you American.
I was putting him in bed the other day, and Cruz, and I said something to Brooklyn and to all three of them actually, and Cruz turned around and he said, "Daddy, you're so English." Which says a lot. Says a lot.
And one of your kids thinks he's Spanish?
Yes, Cruz, the same one.
Cruz thinks he's Spanish.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he was born there, so he kind of thinks, okay, I'm Spanish.
And how does he tell you that?
Just like I
Just
just
like
said.
that.
Yeah, just I'm Spanish.
And what do you say back? No?
No, I just agree with him because it will go on and on until he convinces me.
I kind of feel like just to keep the peace, David, he just smiles and says, you're right to everybody that comes through the door.
Most of the time.
Right?
Most of the time.
Victoria had a big day yesterday. Oprah put on one of her dresses. She must have been thrilled.
Yeah, she went to the women's political conference yesterday morning, and then she just sent me a message then just saying, Oprah wore my dress last night or yesterday. So
Great.
For her, that was one of the goals. She was so honoured to able to make something for for Oprah, and it doesn't get much better than that.
Do you know what color it was?
I have no idea. I'm assuming maybe red.
We'll look at the
peach.
photos.
Peach. See, peach is the thing of the
Peach
day.
is a theme today. We'll do good luck over the weekend. Then I've got tickets to the home game if you want to go on the 7th. 800-520-1027 at KISS FM. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you for having me
I
again.
appreciate you coming in person.
Thank you.
It's KISS.